Hello, Sandman Nation, and welcome back to the best podcast in the country featuring two bald guys and a tennis pro turned painter. That's right, we're back. We're still mostly bald, and we're ready to get it going because it is time to enter Sandman Sports. With me, as usual, are two of my best buds, the pride of Chanhassen, Minnesota, Mr. Pat Klett, and the legendary dude himself, the Sandman, Mr. Bill Sanders. Great to see you both again, boys. How we doing today, Bill? Please tell me you're okay. Not on any ledges this morning. Too soon? Too soon? All right. We're going to just move on. It's good to see you, my friend. Looking good as always. Well, guys, let's jump right into the random questions of the day. We'll start with Pat. We'll give Bill another moment or two to get back into the real world today. All right. Well, Pat, your first question of the day, I'll ask it and then we'll come back to you in a minute. If you could swap voices with any famous woman, who would it be? And why? All right. We'll come back to you. Bill, here's your question. All right. Would you rather wake up naked in a forest 5 miles from home or in your underwear at work?
Oh my gosh. These questions are so great. Give me the forest. Give me the forest.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. My parents were hippies. Give me naked in nature. Yeah, and I'm going to figure it out.
Naked in nature. Oh, yeah. Dude. I did not.
A couple of long ferns. I'll be all right.
I mean, we're 62 episodes in now, and I thought I could peg usually how you're going to answer things. No, you threw me for a loop there, dude. All right. Naked in nature. We're going full throttle. Naked in the forest 5 miles from home. I love it. All right. Pat, you are swapping voices with any female. Who are you going with?
Marissa Tomei. I don't know, the one where she's talking about like pause attraction and My Cousin Vinny.
Oh yeah,
that was the first one. Nice. Otherwise, I was thinking about the old chick who does voices for. She did the voices in Spaceballs, and she was the robot. Real annoying voice.
Oh yeah, Joan Rivers.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. Rivers.
I mean, look.
Did she say like, "Can we talk?"
I don't know. Yeah. That's a tough question.
I love it. Or Rosie Perez.
Rosie Perez. Just
remember her from White
Man
Can't Jump.
Pissed off Rosie Perez. Just
yeah.
Yep.
Billy, what you gonna lose all my money for, Billy? White Men Can't Jump.
All right. All right. Those are good answers. Billy, why you lose all my money? Oh, shit. All right. Well, guys, we always have a great sports voice, and we are always fully clothed on our website, no OnlyFans for us. So be sure to check us out at sandmansports.com. We got a ton of great content rolling out every day. We're really proud of what the team's putting together. So if you like smart, entertaining takes on sports and sports betting, please visit us and be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Okay, guys, let's get into the opening. So boys, last week was Columbus Day. And I don't know about you, but growing up, we actually used to get that day off of school. Even back then, yeah, I loved the day off of school, but I thought it was kind of a dumb holiday. I mean, yeah, the guy discovered America, but not really. I mean, there were already people living here. He didn't even land where he thought he did. I get it. It's tradition. It's technically a real holiday. But I will say, depending on the state, some folks take it way more serious than others. I think Massachusetts is like really big into it. I think there's others. In Ohio, I know nobody's getting school off anymore. I don't know. Do you guys states still, like, is it still a thing in your states?
I don't know. Yeah. Don't ever hear about it anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you don't, but you used to when we were kids. Columbus Day
we got it
was an actual thing. So
my banker buddies still do. Bankers.
It is still a holiday. Yeah. So it just got me thinking about something a little bit beyond the official holidays. All these random national days that pop up now. Did you guys know there are around 1,500 of them on the calendar? That is more than 4 per day of these national days. And once I started looking into it, some are actually kind of cool, but a lot are just so ridiculous. It made me wonder who the hell comes up with this stuff. So, boys, today we're going to have a little fun with it. We're calling this game National or Nonsense. I'm going to read you each a pair of national days. One is real, one is fake, and you have to tell me which one is legit. I will then reveal the answer, give a quick background on the real one, and we are going to keep score. We're going to go 7 each of you is going to get 7 of these, okay? All right. So, for example, this is not a real one, but for example, I might say National Clean Your Desk Day or National Thumbs Up Day. Which one is real? National Clean Your Desk Day is actually the real
No.
one.
Whoa. Okay. 0 for 1.
Yeah.
0
Yep.
for 1.
All right. Here we go, guys. All right, Bill, we're starting with you.
Okay.
All right, number 1. National Lost Sock Memorial Day or National Check Writing Day?
No, come on. No.
He's trying to stump you. He's trying. He's trying.
Yeah.
You know it.
Number 1.
National Lost Sock Memorial Day is recognized every May 9th. Yes.
It
is.
I am
your
the
tricks,
king of
Beerman.
Beerman trivia.
And yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
All right.
Some of these I think are still going to be hard, even if you're on my tricks, but we'll see. So by the way, some of the stuff I'm going to read to you comes from nationaldaycalendar.com. So listeners can go check out that site too, if you want. It actually is kind of cool. I enjoyed tooling around that, but May 9th recognizes a fun and unique holiday, National Lost Sock Memorial Day. This quirky national day is a time to say goodbye to all of the single socks, the ones where their mates have been lost to the unknown. Okay, here we go. You ready, Pat?
I guess.
All right. Yeah, you are. All right. National Bubble Wrap Appreciation Day or National Laundry Folding Awareness Day?
National Laundry Folding Awareness Day.
I guess you're not on to
Whatever.
me like you thought you were. It is actually National Bubble Wrap Day,
come on,
or
Bubble Wrap Day.
also known as National Bubble Wrap Appreciation Day. It's the last Monday in January. It recognizes,
of course,
a fascinating piece of invention. Today, Bubbles Wrap's primary purpose is to protect fragile items, either in shipping or storage. Of course, people also take enjoyment from popping the bubbles in bubble wrap too. All right. Here we go. Number 3, Bill, you ready?
Let's go.
All right. National Phone Charging Day or National Flashlight Day?
People spend time coming up with these.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm telling you. That was the scariest aha from this whole exercise. That some of these days are actual real. That's what's scary.
I mean, because we're so stupid nowadays, I'm gonna go with the more recent one, which is the phone charging day. That's my.
I was going with flashlight.
National Flashlight Day is
the
same day as winter solstice to remind us to turn on some lights during the shortest day of the year.
Mm-hmm.
All right, number 4. Here we go, Pat. National Dad Joke Day or National Talk Like a Pirate Day?
I'm pretty sure there's a National Talk Like a Pirate Day, actually. I feel like I've heard that one before.
There is. And that I almost did put that one in because I think most people know that because it's so ludicrous, but I figured I'd give you a break, man. But it is National Talk Like a Pirate Day, September 19th.
'Twas a good question.
It began in 1995 when I honestly didn't know that day existed until this, but the more I researched it, I find that it is fairly popular. Pals Mark Summers and John Bauer back in 1995 started speaking to each other in pirate slang. They coined this day, Talk Like a Pirate Day, and celebrated every day on September 19th, which is Mark's ex-wife's birthday. So there you go. All right, Bill, number 5, National Ice Machine Cleaning Day or National Grouch Day?
Oh, give me Grouch because I'm super grouchy today.
October 15th it was just 6 days ago, so you're not still too late. You can still celebrate National Grouch Day, Bill.
Yeah,
Good job, my friend. The one day of the site says, the one day of the year you can be your truest, most miserable self without anyone telling you to turn that frown upside down. All right. This is my favorite, Pat. This is just for you because keep in mind, one of these two
is real.
is an actual national day. All right, here we go. National Sneak Some Zucchini Onto Your Neighbor's Porch Day, or National Stuff Some Cucumbers in Your Pockets Day.
It's the sneak zucchinis on your neighbor's porch.
Why do you think
Because
that?
it's zucchini harvest time. So, although it is cucumbers, it's the same shit.
Dude,
I don't know. But yeah, I think it's
Pat's actually bringing some semi
He's
logic.
breaking it
So
down.
it is actually Sneak Some Zucchini Into Your Neighbor's Porch Day. It's August 8th. It offers gardeners a way to rid themselves of extra produce.
that
Yeah,
stuff.
no one likes.
So-
who likes
I love
zucchini.
zucchini. Fried
Yeah,
zucchini
gross.
is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, zucchini is one of my favorites.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Number 7, National Don't Cry Over Spilled Milk Day, or National Overtip Your Bartender Day.
Spilt milk. Spilt milk. That's my day.
Wow. I cannot get you guys.
It was?
very
I would
much
have guessed.
right.
I would have guessed the other one.
Yes.
Don't cry. Okay, so we're gonna talk about this at the very end, actually. Of the made up ones, which one should be a real day? But National
Tip your
Overtip Your
bartender.
Bartender
Should be a
Day
day.
should be
Yeah.
a day, in my opinion. So yeah. So February 11th, Don't Cry Over Spilled Milk Day promotes a positive attitude even when things might not be going your way. It's a day to look on the bright side of things.
I need
Okay.
this. I need this day.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, there you go. All right, Pat, here you go. National Laser Tag Day or National Fossil Day?
I would say laser tag just because it sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, it's National Fossil Day.
Ah,
Falling in the
Oh,
second
wow,
full week in
wow.
October, National Fossil Day promotes the scientific and educational value fossils present to us every day. Not only that, they're just cool, as the site says. Bill, here you go. National Mulligan Day or National Big Toe Day?
Oh gosh. I mean, this is where your trickiness starts to work against me, because I'm like, of course, this is like the scene from Princess Bride where I'm like, he won't go
Yeah.
this way, he'll go that way. Iocane powder. This is Eric's iocane powder. The first one.
National Mulligan Day?
Yeah, Mulligan Day.
National Mulligan Day is observed annually on October 7th. Dude, Bill freaking always does well in
Game
these
theory.
little games.
Game
yeah,
theory.
you do.
Yeah.
You do really well. It is observed October 17th to offer an opportunity for giving yourself a second chance, or as some people call it, a do-over or a mulligan. All right. All right, Pat, here we go. National Hide and Seek Day or National Play-Doh
hide and seek day. I think I've heard that one before. I'm pretty sure it's hide and seek day.
National
No.
Play-Doh Day
You
is
lie.
on September 16th.
Oh.
It recognizes
not a hide and
a
seek.
child's
Oh, my
modeling
God.
clay.
Should
There's
be.
not a
Maybe
hide
this
seek
is a
day.
new contender for the
No,
bartender.
I
overtip.
know. It
Yeah.
could be. It could be.
Yeah.
We are going to talk about that. All right. All right, Bill, here we go. 2 left.
Okay.
So if you lose both and Pat gets
Not
them
gonna
both,
happen.
he can tie it. All right, here we go. National Handshake Day or National Return Your Shopping Cart to the Store Day?
Oh, jeez. That should be a day.
Mm-hmm.
That should be a day. But I'm gonna go handshake, because
Yeah.
that's
It's
just
got to be handshake.
handshake. Handshake.
God, each year during the last Thursday of June, people across the nation observe National
Yeah.
Handshake Day. Of all the various forms of greeting, the handshake is perhaps one of the most ancient and the most honorable.
I'm guessing you
All
were
right, here we
driving
go.
around. You were driving
Pat,
around
here we
town
go.
thinking about these, and you stopped at Target, and you're like, "God, these people don't put their damn carts away." And you're like, "Hey,
all these damn
People-
It was actually Kroger,
Yeah.
and I'm like, people are like, literally, they're walking further to put it in a corral than they could just walk it back.
and you're half mad, but you're half excited because
Yeah,
you got
seriously.
another one. You're like, "Ooh, there's another one."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good day.
Exactly.
That's a good day.
Yeah, that is a good one. All right, we should. Yeah, we may have to put this up to vote for our listeners. Maybe they can tell us which day, and I'll lobby it. We'll try and put a campaign together. Okay,
Yeah.
here we go.
Yes.
Pat, here we go. National Stone Skipping Day or National Nothing Day?
It should be stone skipping, but it's probably nothing. I'm going with nothing.
You're going with nothing. All right.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. Each year on January 16th, people across the nation recognize National Nothing Day. The observance was created as a day to provide Americans with one national day where they could just sit without celebrating, observing, or honoring anything. There you go. All right, here we go. Last two for each of you. Bill, National Be Late for Something Day or National Send a Fax Day?
Oh,
That's tough.
I want it to be the first one. I'm going with the first one because faxing is the dumbest thing of all time.
So along with Talk Like a Pirate, I've learned that this is also a fairly popular one that most people know about. On September 5th, National Be Late for Something Day permits us to not abide by our schedules. Go ahead and sleep in a little bit today as you have an excuse. Wow, Bill frickin' knows his national days and knows the nonsense days. Good job. All right, Pat, here we go. National Tabasco Day or National Lemon Juice Day?
I would say Tabasco. Tabasco Day.
Yeah, that I almost told you I think this is the toughest one because first I think both like are so legit sounding. It actually is National Lemon Juice Day.
Oh,
when
wow.
I could not believe there's not a National Tabasco Day. When the sun is blazing high in the sky, National Lemon Juice Day comes along just in time to bring a refreshing squeeze to just about anything on August 29th. Okay. So guys, real quick, I want you to tell me three fake ones that we should go after here to be real. I'll read them again real quick. I won't say national. I'll just say check writing day, laundry folding awareness day, phone battery charging day, ice machine cleaning day, dad joke day, overtip your bartender day, some cucumbers in your pockets day, laser tag, big toe, return your shopping cart to the store, stone skipping, send a fax, Tabasco. Which one should we go after
skipping,
here?
That's a good one. That's fun.
Yeah. Dad joke.
Yeah, that is a
I think
fun
dad
bartender
joke.
tipping day.
Dad joke day should be one too.
And overtip your bartender.
Tip your bar. Yeah. I might throw in the shopping cart one, but I'd even change it slightly to be just return it somewhere. Like the people that just leave it by their car should be smashed in the face.
I would go with, if I were to make one, it would be National Don't Do the Things on Your Honey-Do List Day. Because my wife left me a hefty list day, and I just don't want to do any of it. So,
yeah, it's a good day. It's a good day.
One other fake one I almost threw in there, but I didn't because we already had a sock one. But I really think there should be a day, National Crocs and Socks Day, where you just wear your Crocs with socks. I do it all the time. My wife hates it.
Yeah,
because it's just I'm lazy. Oh, she's like, dude,
that's
you're such
borderline.
a nerd. But
that's borderline, buddy.
Yeah, but hey, if it's a national day, I can get away with it. So there you go.
That's true.
Nice. Congratulations, Bill.
Those are good.
All right, guys.
You're the best.
Yes, thank you.
Good job, Bill.
Thank
you know you're national.
Thank you. I've been studying.
You are king of nonsense,
week,
Pat. So good job, buddy. All right. Well, guys, it is now time to celebrate National Enter Sammy and Sports Day with the rest of our awesome show. In just a moment, we'll do Nailed It. Yeah, that should be a day. We'll do Nailed It for week 7. Then we'll each share our hot takes. Then it's Stone Cold Locks time, where Bill is simply on fire. And finally, we'll wrap up the show with a college football related top 5. And of course, we'll have plenty of fun and shenanigans along the way, including Pat sharing with us the gripping behind the scenes story as to why The Sound of Music was almost called the Yodel Diaries. Gentlemen, it is time for the segment Sweeping America. It is time for Nailed It. We are back for week 7, and I'll turn it over to Bill in just a moment. But first, just wanted to remind everyone that we still have the listener competition every week. Congrats to your bud, Bill, Mike Carr.
Yeah, Carr.
6, punching his ticket to the Super Bowl finale edition. If interested in trying to win a free trip to Vegas, just go to sandmansports.com for more information. So I had a good week. I got 3. Bill got 2. Pat got 1. So our current standings are Bill, you have 15 points. Eric and Pat both have 14 points. So, I mean, it is anybody's game. We are all in, and we still have lots of weeks to go. So, Nobody's going to separate themselves for quite some time. Bill, what do you got there?
Okay. So this week, I can promise you one thing, boys. There will be absolutely 0 World Series questions. Okay? There will be no baseball or World Series questions and nailed it. That is, I don't even recognize the sport. Okay? It's not happening. That I can promise you. Last week I did all college football, and this week I'm mixing it up just a little bit.
Good.
So
I like it.
Yeah, we got a few more sports to be in here. So okay, so the first question. Let's keep our heads on a swivel on the ice. Kraken host Edmonton. Wild host the Mammoth. By the way, pretty solid name.
I like it a
I
lot.
like the
Mammoth.
Yep.
Yeah. I wish it was Yeti.
Mm-hmm.
I wish it was Yeti, but Mammoth, pretty solid. The Mammoth is pretty solid. I gotta.
No, it is. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Okay. The Blue Jackets are at the Penguins. Okay, so those are our 3 teams, and this is on Saturday, 10:25. How many total goals will our 3 favorite ice hockey teams score on Saturday? Plett, 9. Bierman, 12. Damn it. Sanders, 11. Right in between. Oh, shoot. All right. Question number 2. It's kind of hard to believe the NBA is back. I don't know why that just hit me this
today.
week. It's
I know.
Yeah, kind of
crazy. By the way, one of our writers just wrote an awesome power rankings for all the NBA preseason, starting at the beginning. It's really interesting. It's pretty cool. So
I'll have to check that out. Yeah, awesome. Yeah. Honestly, guys, I am super excited about the UW Huskies basketball this year. We actually have some good players that have come in, but they don't start here for a little bit. So we'll get college hoops going here soon.
All I remember is last year when you were visiting, we were watching the UW Michigan game, and you're like, whatever the line is,
take Michigan. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they've got this German kid who just looks like he is going to be all world. So it's going to be kind of fun. Yeah, well, Schrempf and we had another guy named Christian Velp when I was at. No.
I was going to say.
80s. So we've had a couple of German, really good German
players. I was just kidding. I didn't know he had a kid.
Kind of like, no. All right. So in the NBA, though, we're going to stick with the NBA because that's all we have for hoops yet. There are 14 games this weekend in total. Okay. How many of those 14
Saturday
games?
And Sunday?
Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah. Saturday and Sunday, there's 14 games total. How many of those games will go into overtime?
Oh, that's a great question. I was hoping that's where you were going with it. All right.
How many of the 14 will go into overtime? Sanders, 2. Bierman, 0, which is what I wanted to go with, but I chickened out. Pat, 2. Okay, so Pat and I are both on the same page. Bierman, 0. Pat and Sanders, 2. All right. In the NCAA, game of the weekend, maybe a tweener here, but I went with Lane Kiffin, 6-1 Rebels heading to Norman to face the 6-1 Oklahoma Sooners. OU is a 4.5-point favorite. The over-under is 54.5. Okay, John Mateer, who's the quarterback for Oklahoma, is one of my favorite players in college football, except he's been injured. So he's just coming back a couple weeks back from this injury. He's absolutely a true double threat when he's healthy. How many rushing yards will John Mateer have in this one? But here's a couple statistics for you. He averages 37 yards per game rushing, but in the last 2 since returning from injury, he only is averaging 9.5 yards. Okay, so it's a little tricky because in the first couple games of the season, he was like 70-ish in both games. So is he healthy? How many rushing yards will he have? Plett, 36. Bierman, 22. Sanders, 21. Oh, man. That was close. All right. Question number 4. Okay, quick quiz for both of you guys. Who's the only undefeated team in the SEC?
It's A&M.
A&M. That's right. The Aggies The Aggies are on the road.
Okay.
Close. No. The Aggies are on the road in Baton Rouge facing the Tigers. Their QB Marcel Reed is averaging 253 yards per game passing. LSU allows 202 yards per game. How many total passing yards will Marcel Reed get in this one? Plett, 189. Sanders, 208. Bierman, 195. Question number 5. All right, we're on to everyone's favorite sport on the planet, the game of soccer.
Yes.
Our three teams.
We have a team?
Our three teams all play. Yes. All three teams play in the MLS playoffs on Monday. Okay, this is crazy. There's only 2 games.
I literally didn't even know the playoffs were starting.
Yeah. There's only 2 games on Monday, 10/27, and all 3 of our teams play.
Oh, wow.
Which I thought was kind of crazy. Okay, so the Loons, Pat, that's Minnesota's team. They host the Sounders. That's my team. And then FC Cincinnati hosts the Columbus Crew.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so it's like right in our crazy.
It's called the Hell is Real rivalry.
How many total goals will be scored in these 2 round 1 game 1s? How many total goals in those 2 games? Bierman 5, Sanders 5, Pat 0. Soccer is stupid.
Couple 0-0 ties coming at you.
I love it. I love it. And I love that Klett doesn't even invisible ink it. He just
he's
straight in. Oh, that's great. All right. Well, that's nailed it. Good luck, everybody. And
let me ask, I do want to ask a question. Let's say both games do go to 0-0 and then they do the
zeros.
Penalty
just
kicks.
0.
So the official number of goals scored would be considered. So he
0.
could technically still
because they would.
Yep.
They play 2 games.
I think
they play 2 games.
It's best of 3,
and they can tie
3 series.
Or do they go to the shootout?
Well,
no.
Do you count shootout goals?
So
or would it just be 1-0?
No, that's what I was going to say. In soccer,
were you you listening to the question?
I have no idea, guys. I'm not.
Literally, we just covered this.
I don't even listen. I never listened in school.
In soccer betting, the PKs do not count.
Yeah. Whatever. Oh my gosh! All right,
Eric.
Guys, it is
Okay.
We're moving on. We're past that, Pat. We are past that. We are moving on to Sandman Sports Hot Takes, brought to you by Double Take Salsa. Double Take, guys, is salsa done right. Crafted in small batches with premium ingredients. It's built on a flavor-first philosophy that lets the spice shine without overpowering. You get a punch of bold flavor first, then the heat kind of sneaks in and earns that great name we all know and love, Double Take. If you're looking for the best salsa experience, start here. Visit doubletakesalsa.com and check them out on Facebook and Instagram. All right, my friend Pat, start us off because it is
hot take time. Guys, great week of sports, right? I mean, I watched the Thursday night game, and that seems like a week. That seems like forever ago now. But the old guys, the Bengals and the Steelers, Rodgers and Flag, that was great. It seems like forever ago. But I did watch the Ohtani game. I mean, fortunate to see that one televised.
Oh man!
But I don't want to heap on praise. I mean, we get it. The guy's amazing. That was incredible. A little bit of college football sprinkled in, and it was a great week. The other thing I watched last night, I was up late watching last night's game. How can Houston defense get 4 turnovers and their offense muster 12 points? The turnover battle, it was gross. So anyway, I was hoping we could talk about something other than sports this week.
I don't think CJ Stroud is the answer in Houston.
I
thought he was. His rookie year, I had him in a fantasy league. He was awesome. Last year, I was wondering whether or not that was just an anomaly, but I'm starting to think it's not. He's another Ohio State quarterback who just for some weird reason cannot make it in the pros. It's weird because they have great quarterbacks.
Well, their offensive line is terrible too. So he's getting 0 time, and he's only got Nico.
Terrible.
He's only got Nico Collins
like
to throw to,
Bears.
essentially. So maybe give him a no line, give him a couple of receivers.
Yeah,
who knows? But because he moves well in the pocket, like he's pretty good. Like watching him, he's pretty shifty in the pocket.
I actually like Stroud,
but he's just got no time and no help.
Yeah.
But anyway, first hot take, Rashee Rice is back and very good at football, but I would like to point out that he's still a fucker. For racing cars on the highway, my biggest pet peeve is fast, shitty drivers. So it just makes me hate the Chiefs even more. I hope I hope he blows out both knees, gets carted off the field, but the guy in the cart goes too fast and dumps the cart, flips it, and then they have to take even longer to watch them scoop up his brains off the field. So,
wow,
yeah.
that's
anyway.
Keep your helmet on, Rashee.
Bill, that baseball game last night had to be a gut punch.
Yeah.
I hate to bring it up, but with Dumper Rodriguez going yard and turning it over to the bullpen with the lead, shitty. But here's the good news, buddy. Now you can relax and be free from the stress of it all. You can take a walk, learn a new hobby, right? Be more present at work and just reset, spend some more time with the family.
Yeah.
So it could be worse. I had a terrible weekend of picks. I mean, get this. I got bounced from Guillotine League.
Oh, did you?
I got bounced from Guillotine League, which you guys know because we were all close. I'm down to pennies and Ben Harper. I missed all my NFL picks. My wife left me for work. Sorry, you didn't let me finish. My wife left me for work this morning, and I miss her already. But anyway, question for you. I was thinking of quitting sports, but I would still like to be a member of this podcast. Would that be okay going forward?
I'm in.
If I just don't watch sports anymore. Good.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm right there with you.
Your commentary might improve.
Good. It was the worst pick week ever. But anyway, let's look. You guys know how much I love doing this. I enjoy this with you. I forget sometimes that we have an audience, and I'm just looking so much forward to talking sports with you guys. I completely forget about that. But
I know.
I feel like you guys you're not only my colleagues, but you're becoming my friends.
No.
Just kidding.
Wow, the softer side of Pat.
That's really nice.
But really, nice. there are people listening, and it's amazing that people are actually listening to this rubbish that we're dealing. But when Bill's father passed, I thought it was just Mac and Paxton listening left. And those were the last two. But my family and friends know about the show a little bit, but none of them actually like me that much, so they don't listen. But
I didn't think you allowed them. I thought you downplayed that. I didn't think you let them
I did. They know. They
find
see me in the sweatshirts and they're like, what is this Sandman stuff? And but my family's not really into sports. But anyhow, so I do want to give a shout out just because my wife's friend happened to tune in, and she texted us and was like, oh, I have Sandman Sports on in the car. So I just want to take a second to shout out Amanda from Wisconsin. I have known my wife's. Yes,
I love you, Amanda.
I have known my wife's
thanks for
best
listening.
friends as long as I have known my wife. And you can choose your friends, but you cannot choose your wife's friends. And she chose 3 good ones. She's got three good friends, dime pieces, smoky, fun to be around. I threw that in there for him. Except for the music.
Do we need to bring Amanda on the show? Do we need to bring her as a guest?
My wife was telling her she should do the nailed it
Amanda.
thing, and if she makes it and wins, my wife will definitely go. But right now, my wife's on the fence.
Oh yeah. Oh
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your wife's on the fence right now.
She doesn't really trust you guys,
Lauren. Come on.
So we'll see.
Us?
You.
She doesn't trust us.
Yeah.
Whoa.
But anyway, shout out to the Wolf Pack, because that's what these 4 of them, my wife and her friends, they call themselves, which is a stupid name because girls are stupid and they listen to stupid music. But
it's from Hangover.
The Wolf Pack, yeah, I know, unoriginal.
That's fantastic.
Right? Yeah. But anyway, so I'm giving up sports. Rashee Rice is a fuck, and shout out to my wife's friend. So we have another listener. That's 3.
Shout out to the Wolf
Pack.
We love you, Amanda.
That.
Welcome.
Yeah.
So,
Amanda, that's awesome. Thanks for listening. My hot takes are so short and sweet this week. Sports suck. I hate everything.
Okay.
Beerman.
All right,
Nice.
my turn.
Short but sweet.
Well, good, because I got some shit to get off. I got
Good.
some
Nice.
shit
Get
to
it
get
off your chest because
so,
I want to put myself on mute
I
and
mean,
cry.
and it's a lot of it is actually more of just some praising some things, but I do have, guys, I really like what the Giants are building this season.
Yeah.
I think Brian Daboll is the right guy for that job. I love Jackson Dart. He looks like a legit starting quarterback. I truly believe he could take like a Drake May type leap next year, especially when Neighbors comes back. They play hard, they're gritty, the team's easy to root for. But what in the world happened on Sunday against Denver? I know at least 10 people in our Survivor League who were thrilled about that comeback, but Giants fans had to be sick. The Broncos were down 26-8 with 6 minutes left in the game. 6 minutes. Massive kudos to Bo Nix. The second-year signal caller led a furious rally capped by a drive to take a 30-26 lead with just like a minute or so to play. Then in true chaos fashion, Dart led the Giants back right down the field. They scored a touchdown thanks to I don't know if it was a questionable call, but I do hate pass interference calls
when it's crunch time.
Means so much unless it's
totally,
but anyways, they got a pass interference call, and it probably was pass interference. But they go up by 3, but no, they don't, because the extra point is missed, so they're only up by 2. And that opened the door for Nix. Broncos storm back. They kick a field goal as time expired. They win 31-30. Denver became the first team since 1970 to overcome a deficit of 18 or more points with 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Did you see
Nix
had
of the wildest finishes.
2 passing touchdowns and 2 rushing touchdowns in the fourth.
I think first
kicker's got to be
that,
fired.
Right? Yeah.
For New York.
I felt bad. I do always feel bad for those kickers. Great moment for Denver, and I love Nix. He too. I think he's a good quarterback for the Giants. Though I have no ties to the Giants, but I do. They just seem to be doing the right things there, and I like it. But you can't let that happen. That's a gut punch.
Yeah, they let the game. They let the game slip against Dallas earlier too. So that's 2. They could have 2 other wins. They're a good team.
They could. Yeah, they're decent. So, all right, another one, guys. Sometimes I like to go off the beaten path, share some stories or news not everyone might not know about. So today I got to go to Division III of college football, and I got to give some love to a truly incredible performance by Curry College running back Monty Quinn, who, guys, seriously, listen to the stat. Like, you're going to think I made this up. On Saturday, he had 20 carries for 522 yards and 7 touchdowns. He rushed for 522 yards in one game on 20 carries. In case you were wondering, yes, he did break the NCAA rushing record in Curry's 71-27 win against Nichols College. Now, by comparison, the FBS record held by former Oklahoma running back Samaje Perine, Bengal, is only 427 yards. So this guy went almost 100 yards more than the FBS record. To put his stat line of 522 yards rushing into perspective, North Carolina has rushed for 528 yards total this season in 6 games. And 2 other schools, UMass and New Mexico State, are under 522 yards.
Well, maybe if they played Nichols State every week. Was it Nichols State?
Maybe it's
Nichols College. Yeah,
Nichols
College. If we played Nichols College, we'd probably have 100.
He averaged 26.1 yards per carry.
Jeez.
Every time he got the ball, 26 yards. I mean, it's just crazy. So congrats to Monty Quinn and Curry College on a historic achievement. And I hope the Nichols defensive coordinator has LinkedIn Premium. All right. Hot take number 3 for me. Okay. So my next one, it is about Billy Napier being fired this week, but it's not necessarily that he was fired. He was 22-23 in 4+ seasons. The writing was on the wall, but something very unusual occurred with this firing. Any guesses as to what it is?
He did double middle fingers on his way out the door.
He is the
Like
very
guys, I'm out.
rare. The gator chop with the 2 middle fingers. That would be fantastic. I kind of wish he did do that. No, he's the very rare coach that was fired mid-season after.
Yeah, that's right. They won.
Wow,
yeah.
He won. He barely held on to beat Mississippi State on Saturday. They probably should have lost, but they did win. And yet he still got fired. That's brutal, because I think most coaches every day, especially if you're kind of on the hot seat, you have to tell yourself, as long as I keep winning, I'll be fine. As long as I keep winning, I'll be fine. No, not you, Billy. Not you. So for fun context, guys, I did a little research, and from what I could find, 6 other head coaches in the past 25 years have been fired after a win. Most of them are household names, not all of them. I mean, I think you've probably heard of all of them. Maybe not the first one, but so Billy Napier last year, Stan Drayton of Temple. I forgot about him because he's Stan Drayton, so everybody has forgotten about him.
Temple.
But he had a 9-25 record at Temple. He beat Florida Atlantic and then was fired the next day. Jimbo Fisher back in 2023 beat Mississippi State 51-10. And then he was bought out for $77 million. Andy Avalos of Boise State in 2023. They beat New Mexico 42-14, but he was fired because they were 5-5, and that is not acceptable at Boise State. This one, guys, back in 06, all the way back to 06, Larry Coker. I still think this guy got just the raw end. He beat Boston College 17-14, dismissed a couple days after. He went 59-15 overall at the U, and just goodbye. Ralph Friedgen of Maryland in 2010 beat NC State and then fired. Mike Leach, actually, 09 Texas Tech. Now they won Baylor. His was more because of some off the field stuff. It wasn't so much performance. It was more of just some controversy and dismissal. But I guess, so those are the other coaches that Napier has company with. And I guess the good news is Napier can say he went out a winner and tell his new employer that he's bringing a winning streak with him. Speaking of coaches on short leashes, and I'm not saying Brian Kelly needs to worry quite yet, but what does it say about his LSU program? When Vanderbilt was favored over the number 10 Tigers on Saturday, this was the first time ever that Vandy was favored in a game against a ranked opponent. Okay. Furthermore, last year, we all remember we talked about in this pod, Vandy beats Alabama. The stadium goes crazy, tearing down the goalpost, marching them to the Tennessee River, where they promptly throw them in the water. This year, the Commodores beat LSU, and the fans are just like, it's just LSU. Good game, guys. Nice. Good game. I mean, seriously, in what world does Vanderbilt beat a top 10 LSU team and not from the field? Apparently this one, where Brian Kelly is the head coach, and Vandy just isn't surprised that they beat him. And guys, Vandy and Indiana are a combined 13-1 this season. Both are ranked in the top 10 this week. Boys, This is not your grandpa's college football season. That is for sure. Wow. That's all I got, boys. All right. Wow. Lots going on.
One thing to throw in there.
Yeah.
Guys, one thing to throw in there at the end here, but I can't believe that neither of you guys mentioned this, especially you, Bierman. Church of Signetti extended.
Oh,
Well, I wrote about it.
I feel like we mentioned that.
Did you? Yeah.
Hey, I love it. He deserves it.
They paid up.
Well deserved.
Yeah.
They paid up. That to me is it. That is the rare part of college football right now that makes me very happy. That a team like in Indiana now can keep a coach like that because they're in the Big Ten. They've got the money. They've got donors, NIL. So the playing field kind of is, they're starting. There's a little bit of leveling out in some cases. And I think I use a great example of where you're seeing that with 10 years ago, they never would have been able to keep.
He would have been gone. Penn State signed the next day.
Yeah.
Totally.
So
good for him. It's cool.
Yeah, no, I love him and love Indiana. And I said it last week. I'm telling you, I actually put money on them winning the national title, 9-1.
Wow.
Put money on them. They're the third or fourth favorites, 9-1. I like it.
You should just give me your money next time.
Legit.
I'll invest it.
Hey, you give me 12 to 1. You give me 12 to 1, and I will.
No, buy him
All
out.
right, guys. Well, let's get into our Stone Cold Lock segment. As I mentioned earlier, Bill he is going strong. I did okay. Pat had a tough one. Bill went 3-0 with his over and under picks. I'm curious to see if that trend is going to continue today, if he's going to keep those over and under picks. The ones that he said to bet everything on, and I did listen to him for one of them, the Oregon over
no
against
brainer.
Rutgers. So
Lock.
Yeah, that was good, man. I mean, I think they did it single-handedly just with Oregon, didn't they? Yeah.
I went more of that.
Yeah, exactly. I went 2-1, and poor Pat went 0-3, and your Jets pick cost me some money.
The worst pick week ever.
All right, our season.
We're moving on.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Our season records are Bill 16-8. I am 11-2, so right at 500. Pat, you drop down below the Mendoza line, man. You're at 11-13 now. But the good news is, combined, we are 38-32-2, which does have us still on the positive cash side. So that's good. We're going to do even better this week. Let's get into it. Pat.
All right. Well, as I said, worst pick week I've ever had last week. So it's time to pick some overs and mix it up a little bit. No more teams. It's all about the overs. Vikings, Chargers over 44.5. I feel like both defenses are going to be gassed on a short week. Look for some special teams points. Both teams can put up points, especially when they play each other historically. So give me the over 44.5 for the Vikings Chargers Thursday nighter.
All right. I like it. That. Thursday night game. Good. All right, Bill.
Well, my beloved Huskies just blew every single chance against Eric's damn yellow hat there. Self-inflicted penalties, turnovers.
That was an ugly game.
Disappointing. Disappointing. It was a pillow fight for a bunch of it.
Yeah.
And then it just Michigan just dominated the second half and pulled away. Huskies are at home Saturday against the Illini, and I don't really have a full read on this team yet. I've been doing okay actually picking mostly against them, I guess, this year. But the thing is this Seattle is going to be under 50 degrees and absolutely pissing rain on Saturday. And I just don't see this game being super high scoring. I mean, Illinois can put points up at home. They've done it. Huskies have put points up at home as well. But I just feel like after that tough physical matchup against Michigan, they're going to come home, I think, and find their way to a narrow victory. But I see this one playing out like 27-24 Huskies. Give me the under 55.5. And I don't even think it's going to be a full sweat.
Wow. All right. So we talked about this a couple weeks ago where there were a lot of lines that week where I just was like, those are trap lines. They just feel like you should go on one team where really the other one. And that week, a lot of those panned out the way that we thought that they would, the other way. So here's one that it just shouts at me that it's one of those trap lines, and we're going the other way. California is 5-2, and they visit a 2-5 Vatech team with an interim coach. Yet Cal is getting 4.5 points. Little fishy, right? Yeah. Well, I'm taking Vatech minus 4.5. It's just begging me to bet it, guys, and because I dove a little deeper into it. So Cal does have a 5-2 record, and their defense is solid, but their only notable win is Minnesota at home. And their offense ranks 111th nationally, which is just awful. Their 2 road wins on the season. They've won twice on the season on the road against 1-7 Oregon State and 1-6 Boston.
I thought you were going to say Nichols.
Vatech.
No, they played Nichols too.
Vatech is 2-5. Now they have interim head coach Philip Montgomery, who he was a head coach for NC State for a long time. He knows what he's doing. They're no juggernaut. They rank 93rd in offense, 94th in defense, so nothing to get excited about there. However, 4 of their 5 losses have come against teams with winning records. They're coming off a bye week. They're well rested. Cal has to travel cross country after the North Carolina win. I also really like what I'm seeing recently the last couple of weeks in Vatech quarterback Kyron Drones. He's been improving. He's a dual threat edge. This just, it's shouting at me to take Vatech here. So we're going to take Vatech and give the 4.5.
Yeah. Interesting.
All right, number 2 for me, Buffalo, Carolina, over 45.5. I'm going all overs here this week. Buffalo, Carolina, it seems like a low number, 45.5. I feel really strong about this over. Lock of the lifetime. Bills D gives up point. Yep. Bills D gives up points, and Carolina has been scoring lately. And when does Josh Allen and the Bills score less than 25? Not often. Give me the over.
When you first said it, I actually thought it was the Buffalo Bulls versus the North Carolina Tar Heels.
No.
I'm like,
I can't
this
pick
is
college.
a random game for
He's going deep.
I can't pick college this early in the season.
Really believes in Bill
Buffalo,
Belichick
Carolina, over 45.5. Where's the game? Is it at Buffalo?
I believe it's in Carolina. Eric, you can't.
That would be good. That would make me feel better.
You can't do that.
I can't put you on the spot like that. Yeah.
My research team didn't look that up yet.
We'll figure it out. We'll remove that question.
It's in Carolina. That's got it.
Okay, so that's good because Carolina plays much better at home. They did get a road win this past week. But
I just think Buffalo's defense is atrocious. I mean, their secondary blows. I don't know. Yeah.
All right.
We'll see. I like it. All right. My number 2 is pretty straightforward. Vanderbilt has been rolling. Eric just mentioned it. I'm not going against the streak. Give me Vandy minus 2.5 in the battle of 6-1 SEC teams. They play Missouri. So
yeah,
Vanderbilt, Diego Pavia.
So it's not going to be one of the 3 I picked here, but taking Missouri plus 2.5 is one of my best bets.
Oh no, shit!
Yeah,
I don't like that. I don't like going against your picks. You're usually pretty solid on those bad boys.
Yeah, it obviously Vandy could win. I think Missouri is the slightly better team when you break down everything, and the fact that they're getting 2.5 is what I like. It's just that they're getting some points because I think it's going to be a very close game no matter what.
They just played Bama tough too. So
yeah,
they're good.
And yeah, they did. And I think honestly, I just think that win against LSU, that's an emotional win. Now they got to come right back again, take another top 15 team or whatever Missouri's ranked. So I mean, it's not easy. So
yeah.
All right, for me, guys, I am going to take Iowa State at home, giving 2.5 against BYU. BYU is 7-0. I'm just not sold on them. Their resume is thin. Their only strong win was versus 5-2 Utah last week. Their best road win was a double overtime squeaker against 4-3 Arizona. Now, Iowa State, they started off 5-0. They're 5-2 now, but their 2 losses were at 6-1 Cincinnati and at Colorado, which was still baffling, but it was only by a touchdown. But still, that was 2 weeks ago. The quarterback Rocco Beck struggled mightily at Colorado, but the Cyclones they've been off on a bye, so they have the week to rest and reset. I love head coach Matt Campbell. He'll have them ready. BYU, kudos to them for beating Utah in one of the most underrated toughest rivalry games out there in the Holy War. But there's going to be a Holy War hangover. They're heading into a tough Ames crowd. I think Iowa State's going to get back running back Carson Henson, who returns from concussion. He's missed the last 1.5 games that I think has played part as to why they've lost both those games. So I like Iowa State in the spot given 2.5. So they're my second pick. All right, Pat.
I've been saying this for weeks and weeks now. Dallas over all year. Why am I not putting real money on this? Why am I not putting real money on this?
Why are you not?
And it's dumb. Like, it's
I don't know.
49.5 versus Denver. You saw what Denver did last week. Trend is your friend for sure, but it's almost like they're not even making you sweat it. It's over by the third.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Dallas is. I mean, they have one of the most fun offenses in the last few years to watch. Like I love watching.
Even without CeeDee Lamb.
Even without CeeDee. I mean,
back.
Pickens
great
was
offense, shitty defense.
Now you got CeeDee back, and I mean, Javonte is great. Jake Ferguson's great. Yeah, their defense is shitty. Yeah, they're over.
It's been hitting every week.
I know, Pat. Every week,
but I haven't been betting it.
You got to do it.
It's dumb.
I know. I have it in my 5 spot every week the past few weeks. and it's just like, just chalk that one up for. Yeah,
I might have to get into 5
it.
spots now that the guillotine's over and Ben Harper's over, and
drop in there. Those pots have been like $2,500 a week.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been
they've been
a lot of people playing. My number 3 is a little bit similar to Pat's Dallas overs. And you guys know how much I hate this team, but Oregon can flat out score the football. So
they're so good.
This one blew me away, and it's part of why I put it in here. So they're 33.5-point favorites against the Badgers this weekend. Okay, 33.5-point favorites. That doesn't seem totally out of line, right? Sure, they're going to blow out Wisconsin. No, everybody knows that. But the over-under is 44.5. That's crazy. I mean, Oregon's going to cover that on their own.
Poor Wisconsin, man.
And maybe Wisconsin scores 3 or 10. So, yeah, Amanda, sorry.
I was going to say, this is the week. I bet he's gone. I bet this is the week. And they'll hire Napier.
Yeah, and they gave him the dreaded vote of confidence. The dreaded vote of confidence this week, and Luke Fickell's done. I mean, they're terrible. So, Oregon over 44.5 on their own.
Now, he's one that if they do win the game, he will not be fired. That I can guarantee you. But that's not happening. That's not happening. Oh, man.
Eric, I also had Iowa State in my honorables. So just
okay. Yeah,
I should have thrown that one in there instead of Vandy, and then I would have been 3-0 this week.
And then, there you go. Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, guys, I got to give some love to my Cincinnati Bearcats hometown. Them and Scott Satterfield deserve a lot of love this season. Cincinnati 6-1. He was on the hot seat coming into the season. They're undefeated in the Big 12. They're tied for first in that conference. Their only loss was an opener versus Nebraska in Kansas City. Quarterback Brendan Sorsby has been phenomenal. Their offense ranks 37th nationally. But they should not be 5.5-point favorites against Baylor. Their schedule has been light. They've had 2 wins versus winless teams. And their only solid win was versus Iowa State a couple weeks ago. Baylor comes in. They are number 7 in total offense, number 1 in passing offense, behind quarterback Sawyer Robertson, who's the nation's leading passer. Guys, Cincy's pass defense is 124th in the country. Major mismatch. Baylor is going to be able to pass all day. The fact that they're getting 5.5 points is ridiculous to me. So we'll take the Bears plus 5.5.
He's good.
All right, guys. Well, let's head on over to our top 5. We're 8 weeks into the college football season, gentlemen, and I just thought it might be nice to give some love, give some praise to those players who are having great seasons in each of the 4 major Power 4 conferences. So our top 5 this week is simple. Pat has the Big 10. Bill has the SEC. I'm going to take the Big 12 and ACC, and we're going to rank our top 5 favorite, best, most impressive players, whatever perspective we want to use from those conferences so far in 2025. That's it. You can use whatever criteria you want. Just have to be from your assigned conference. So, Pat, why don't you start us off number 5?
You know me. I'm a pro football guy. I watch the big games in the Big 10 and college. So most of my picks will be of Big 10 teams that are featured. So sorry, Northwestern, Rutgers, Purdue, and Michigan. Hey, gotcha. No, first off, my first one is a big, strong offensive lineman from Purdue, 6'5", 320 pounds of meat, Michael Ock. Mike Ock always gets the blood flowing for big games.
Look at Pat bringing the O-lineman.
Mike Ock always gets the blood flowing for big games and likes to penetrate deep into defensive run plays. Dude, he never takes a day off. God. He gets excited for practice. Always ready to go to Pound Town. If they give the Heisman to linemen, my vote goes to Mike Ock. Gotcha.
He's really good. His cousin Michael Hunt went to Northwestern.
I was trying. When I was
solid.
I got Beardman good. Nice. All right. No, I'll go.
You did. I actually was giving you praise, and I was like,
I deserve no praise. That was too easy. I actually do know a guy named Michael Ock, and he works in my company. So we've heard voicemails from him, and it's hilarious. So anyway, and he wants to go by Mike. It's like, why would you not go by Michael? You know, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Or use the middle initial or something. You got.
All right, I went with. I'll start with my homer pick. I went with Koi Parrish, defensive back for the Gophers. I like players that play D and return kicks. It's always been a big fan of that. So he's solid, and when I do watch the Gophers, his name gets called a ton. He's in the mix a lot. So Koi Parrish is my number 5, and then number 4. Just saying. All right. Saying for Ohio State, quarterback has completed 80% of his passes this year. Yeah. He's got an 80% completion rate. A kid that had low expectations and has overperformed. But I mean, you could put a half-eaten day-old breakfast burrito in and at Ohio State, and they would look good. So he's accurate, and they'll likely win the championship. So those are my 5 and 4. What about you, Bill?
Nice.
He's in for a freshman, man. I am so impressed with him. Yeah, I'm very impressed with him.
Yeah, he's been good. Solid. So my number 5 is Diego Pavia, quarterback for Vanderbilt. And I put him in there in part because of his play, but he's also just fun. I mean, he's one of those players that just riles people up with his antics. He's not afraid to speak his mind, but he produces on the football field too. I mean, he's obviously he throws the ball, but he leads their team in rushing as well, which if you look at him, he does not profile.
You would never think that.
He just doesn't look like he's like Alejandro Kirk from the Toronto Blue Jays. You like look at that guy as a catcher and you go, how is this guy a major league baseball player?
By the way, I have not watched a ton of game day this year so far, and when I do, it's more toward the end of it when they're making their picks and stuff. But I watched a decent amount this past week, and I loved that they're doing more of this like interviewing while like the players are like practicing. And like I don't know if you saw it, but they were interviewed Diego Pavia, and he's literally like throwing passes as he's answering questions. And I don't know if they haven't done that for a long time, have they? On the
I don't remember seeing a bunch of
that seems like a new thing to me. And
cool.
I like it. They also interviewed Kiffin as a coach. He wasn't like, but he was like just standing like on the field, and he was kind of walking back and forth, and it wasn't like it didn't seem as formal or as scripted, and I kind of like it. But no, Pavia came across. He was really good.
Yeah, they love showing his mom on the broadcasts. I mean, his family. It's like it's like Pavia's like little mafia. I mean, it's just anyway. He's one of those players that if he's on your team, you absolutely love this guy. If he's not, and you're playing against him, you hate him. You hate him. Yeah. So I thought it's good for football. My number 4 is Kawan Lacey. He's a running back for Ole Miss. He's second in the SEC in rushing touchdowns. Yes, Ole Miss stumbled against Georgia this past week, but they're still right in the playoff mix. They got another huge one this weekend against Oklahoma. This kid's a stud. He's just a great player. Lane Kiffin loves to run the football, always has, and he's been carrying the mail for Ole Miss while they've been sorting out some of their quarterback stuff with some injuries. That's my 5 and 4. Yep.
I love it. So I had both. So you had the SEC, Pat had the Big Ten. I had both the ACC and the Big 12. So I have a couple from each. My only criteria to make my list, guys, was they had to be on a team with a winning record. That was it. So I'm going to start in the Big 12, and I got to give some love to the defensive side of things, which is crazy to say about the Texas Tech program, but I'm going with David Bailey, a linebacker for the Red Raiders, who are 6-1. They were just ranked number 7 in the nation before a close loss to Arizona State. And a big reason for their success has been their defense that has been led by David Bailey here. He leads the nation in sacks with 10.5 and is tied for second in the nation with tackles for loss with 13. He's also forced 2 fumbles. He's recorded 9 quarterback hurries. He's just a disruptive presence on the edge, which again is just so unusual for Texas Tech to have such a great defensive player. He's going to most likely be a first-round draft pick in next year's NFL draft. And then number 4, guys, this guy is such a stud. Wide receiver Jordan Tyson of Arizona State. Sun Devils are 5-2. Tyson is number 2 in the nation in receptions with 57, and he's number 2 in the nation receiving touchdowns with 8. He's 9th in the nation receiving yards. He's just been clutch. He's ranked 17th nationally in third down receptions. So he's reliable in critical situations. 4 of his 8 touchdowns have occurred in the final 5 minutes of halves. 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. He was a Walter Camp preseason All-American watch list. He's on the Maxwell and Blitnikoff Award list. So this guy's going to definitely be playing for Sundays, I'm sure. He's so fun to watch. All right, Pat, what do you got?
I'm going to give a little love to Iowa. Mark Gronowski, the quarterback for Iowa. Yeah, he's Gronk's kid. They're 5-2 this year.
That's how rumors get started.
I mean, you remember Iowa. They were the under kings the last couple of years. They couldn't put up any points on offense. They're starting to score. He can run too. So, and I like a tough running quarterback, kind of a huskier, more of a Josh Allen. Why do I keep saying Jared Allen? I got the Vikes. I always
love your
that's
Vikings.
the second time today
Jared
I said Jared Allen instead of Josh Allen. Yeah, give him the calf rope. But yeah, Gronowski for Iowa.
That was my calf rope celebration.
Number 3. My number 2, Makai Lemon for USC wide receiver. You know I love my fast twitch wide receivers. He's number 2 in the nation in receiving yards, and he's like we say, joystick jukes, right? Like last year, he's got a bunch of 100-yard games, and he's big time. USC wide receivers are always fun to watch. So give me Makai Lemon.
I watched him in the Illinois game, and I was getting so pissed at him because I had Illinois, and Illinois ended up winning, and covering. It was fine, but like the guy just every time they threw to him, he would just make these incredible catches, touchdowns, not touchdowns, didn't matter. Like one-handed, two-handed, he was always catching the ball. He was incredible. And then against Michigan, he did very similar things.
He's good.
Even more pissed. Yeah.
Bill?
Yeah, my number 3. Yeah, my number 3. I spoke about Mizzou earlier, but this kid is just absolutely carrying the mail for them. Ahmad Hardy leads the SEC in rushing. He's second in the nation in rushing yards and rushing touchdowns. He only trails Washington's Jonah Coleman in that category. He's an absolute beast.
You couldn't help yourself.
No, I had to throw in Jonah Coleman. He's an absolute beast, and he is carrying these guys. Narrow loss to Bama just recently, but Mizzou should be tough, and hopefully they lose to Vandy by 3 this weekend. Sorry, my number 2. I was stuck on my number 3 there. So my number 2, Ty Simpson, quarterback for Alabama. You guys know I love Kalen DeBoer, Ryan Grubb, their offensive coordinator. You can just see the effect these two guys are having on this guy. Ty Simpson starts off the season, rough game. They lose to Florida State. Everybody's like, oh my God, oh no. And now Bama's being Bama. They're doing Bama stuff. And Ty Simpson's absolutely their leader. He's a great player as well. He leads the SEC in passer rating. Big plays, touchdown passes with 16. He's only second to Joey Aguilar in passing yards. He's got Bama rolling, and he's just an exciting player. The other thing I wanted to throw out about Ty Simpson is I love these kids that stick with it, right? Like he sticks with the program, and now he gets a chance, and now he's delivering when he gets the opportunity, and it's really cool to see kids.
I like his dad is a coach at like Tennessee Chattanooga or something like that. He's a head coach. His dad's a head coach, and they were interviewing him, and he's like, what's it like? You still coach your kid. He's like, my kid hasn't listened to me in years. I don't, he doesn't coach him at all. He's like, he's hard. It's something like he's stubborn and he doesn't listen to me at all. So,
kind of Eric's
impressive. Point. I watched that whole Tennessee-Alabama game because I had Tennessee. I had money on them. I also had them as one of my best bets. Did you guys see the end of that frickin' first half? I mean, Tennessee is down by, I think, 9 at the time or something, about to score a touchdown as time expires, or at least a
98
field goal.
yards.
Oh,
or
yeah. I saw that
99,
play.
I think.
I just turned it on for that play.
Pick
Yeah.
6. I mean, a 14-point
changed
swing.
the game. Yeah.
I mean, it's now I will give Tennessee credit for they didn't give up, because that could have just demoralized any team. They came back. They kept it somewhat close, and then Alabama still did win by 17. But yeah, that was bad. But no, Ty Williams, he looked great. He's really good.
Yep.
So, guys, my number 3, this guy is a major reason why I picked Louisville plus the points and to give Miami a ride for their money. Wide receiver Chris Bell. Louisville's 5-2. This guy is so clutch. Just in the last 3 games, this is just the last 3 games, he's delivered 441 yards receiving, 5 touchdowns, including 136 yards and 2 TDs in their huge upset win at Miami. He's 8th in the nation and 2nd in the ACC in receiving yards with 638. He averages more than 100 per game, 14.5 yards per catch. He's earned ACC Receiver of the Week 3 straight times now after posting incredible stat lines against Pitt, Virginia, and Miami. All 3 of those are really good teams as well. He's had multiple explosive plays, including a 64-yarder and a 68-yard touchdown reception. He's probably my favorite receiver in the country to watch. Just so smooth and explosive. So he's my number 3. Number 2, this guy is so good, and without him, I think Baylor would be 1-6 or 2-5. Sawyer Robinson, quarterback. I talked a little bit about him in my best bets with Baylor. He ranks either number 1 or 2 in the nation in pass completions, passing yards, and passing touchdowns. Now, I don't love his 7 INTs. That is higher than it should be, and he doesn't rush a lot. He doesn't bring a big threat with his legs, but the guy's arm is just magical. He has Baylor's offense, passing offense, number 1 in the nation. Their scoring offense is top 16. So all this with decent receivers, but no true standouts. He also has a pass rating near 146, which is one of the highest in Big 12. So he's a major reason why. I mean, Baylor's only 4-3. They should have some more wins, but their defense isn't great. And he has made some mistakes, but he's really exciting to watch. And I think he's going to bring it home against UC for me this week. All right, Pat, number 1.
Jeremiah Smith. And I know, Bierman, you're probably choking down your vomit with all my Ohio State love right now. But, I mean, the kid's 18, right? And he plays like an NFL player already. Ohio State is just better than the rest, and he's fun to watch. I liked playing receiver as a kid and during my brief stay in prison. So this kid is good. Yeah, go give me Jeremiah Smith. He's, I don't think much. You see the highlights.
Hard to argue.
It's the easiest, obvious number 1.
I am having a hard time guessing who Bills is going to be, because I thought it might be
you won't
the Bama quarterback. But
yeah,
okay.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Is my number 1 was going to be Ty Simpson, but the tiebreaker for me is this guy's name, Cassius Howell. And it's not Cassius.
Wow. Cassius. It's Cassius.
Cassius. I mean, and it's such an awesome name that I just had to move him up to number 1. He's an edge. Yeah, he's an edge player for Texas A&M, and I've only seen A&M play once, and that was just that awesome game against Notre Dame earlier this year.
So fun.
And what's kind of ironic is they won the game in the 40s. I don't remember the score, but it was
41-40. 41-40. It was 41-40.
Yeah, 41-40. And so you would think, well, why did that edge player pop off the page to you in a game where they allowed 40 points? But the thing was he was just everywhere in the game. And the announcers just kept saying, Cassius Howell, Cassius Howell. Check this out. 24 quarterback pressures in 7 games, first in the SEC. 15 hurries, first in the SEC. 8 sacks, first in the SEC. I mean, and he's only behind, I think, Bierman, you mentioned the guy leading the nation in sacks, or maybe I might be mixing up categories from one of your top 5 players.
No, David Bailey is leading.
It's from Texas Tech.
Sacks.
From Texas Tech. Right. Yeah. I thought you'd mentioned him earlier in your top 5. And then I had to give this some love too. The Aggies, as you guys correctly said earlier, are the only undefeated team left in the SEC. Mike Elko's defense is a huge reason. This kid is just a
He's
phenomenal player. And so he gets my number one, slightly swayed by the fantastic name. Kudos to his parents.
I love it. That's what your betting tickets have been saying to you, Bill, lately.
Cassius.
Just cashing. Yeah. Always be Cassius.
All right, guys. My number one is pretty easy to guess if I tell you it's the ACC, or it should be, because this guy is the heart and soul of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Haynes King, quarterback. He doesn't have the gaudy passing statistics as Sawyer Robertson does, but he is everything to this Georgia Tech team. Gigantic reason why they're undefeated and ranked in the top 10. Georgia Tech is 7-0, guys. King completes nearly 71% of his passes. He's thrown only one interception all season long. His real strength has been with his legs, where he's is dangerous. He's a good passer, but definitely dangerous dual threat ability. He has 560 rushing yards and 10 rushing touchdowns, which is very impressive for a quarterback. Great passer rating. He's one of the most efficient quarterbacks nationally, and just his leadership and his calm and presence. Georgia Tech's been a great story. It very well could win the ACC and be in the CFP, and King will be a big reason why. So he's my number one.
Yeah, good pick.
What?
All right, guys. Well, that was fun, and it was nice.
Well, I was just asking, what are we going to talk about next week if we're not going to talk about sports?
Bill and I are going to talk about sports.
Knitting,
baking,
you can talk, yeah,
cooking.
We can talk about Sydney Sweeney. We can talk about Sydney Sweeney.
We'll see. Maybe I'll watch a little bit of the World Series or something.
God, wow, why is he being a dick to you, Bill?
Sorry, Bill.
That hurts. That hurts. I will say that Ohtani game was just
so cool.
One for the ages. I mean,
he hit it. I don't know if you saw his home run.
We're watching the best baseball player.
I think it was his first, maybe his second home out of the stadium. Yeah, it's just
out of the stadium. Yeah,
we are watching the greatest baseball player of all time, which people don't realize.
No, well, and here's just on Pat's point with the World Series. I know he might have been joking, but the Dodgers were going to destroy the Mariners or the Blue Jays. Like This is yes, we wanted to get to the World Series, and this isn't just me talking like, oh yeah, we lost, and so now I don't care. The Dodgers are ridiculous, absolutely
3
ridiculous.
aces.
So
and that lineup, no way,
yeah, it's sick. Yeah,
you're like Pop Fisher in The Natural. He didn't give a damn about the World Series. He just wanted to win the pennant. That's all you guys wanted to do.
Trust me, I wanted it, but man, didn't happen.
Yep. All right. Well, Bill, anything we want to share in the pools front this week?
Yeah, actually tons of stuff this week. So thanks for letting me do a little shout out. So hopefully you guys are all listening and or watching in time to get into some of these this week. We have a ton of reload pools, and we've actually got a couple new formats that I'm hoping that people will kind of attach to and try out. Because it's a little bit more condensed in the season, I did a couple of these with, I call them the ×2 pools, because you got to make 2 picks per week. So you think it's hard enough with guts to pick one college team per week and survive.
God, you got to.
Now you have 7 weeks and you have to pick 2 teams each week, so 14 total. That's called we're calling that the sprint. Okay, that's guts, the sprint. Then you also have survivor. This one we're calling the deuce. So you've got to pick 2 per week. And so you're going to pick, 11 weeks left, or it's 10 weeks left. So you got 20 picks you're going to have to make in Survivor. It's hard enough to do 1 pick, right? But you're going to have to try to get this thing done 2 per week. So we have the deuce, we have guts, the sprint, we have a new guillotine NFL against the spread one that's coming out. It's just to the first 12 players. I think we might need 3 or 4 more of you guys to jump in there. Spread Survivor reload. Okay, spread survivor. Those ones always go super quick.
That's awesome.
And then if you're just craving golf, if you've missed golf, we also have our top 25. It's at the amazing Black Desert Golf Course in Utah. If you guys have not seen this golf course, it is freaking amazing.
Yeah, you've talked about it. Yeah,
carved into the lava fields. down there. So I think it's the Bank of Utah Championship is what it's called. But anyway, with tons of stuff. So I hope you guys will all jump in and try stuff out.
It's exciting. Yeah, be sure to check it out.
Pat mentioned 5 spot, $25 to play. That one's always going. You can always jump in and out of that one. And the 8 spot, I got to mention this one again. I think I did last week. The 8 spot is actually a carryover pot now of over $3,500. Okay. And normally it just costs $10 per week if you've been playing. But since if you haven't played and you want to jump in, you got to pay for 8 weeks to jump in there. So it's $80. But still, $80 to win 4,000.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Not too bad. Not too shabby. That's awesome.
One more shout out, Bierman. Sorry. One more shout out.
Bring it.
So
bring it.
El Gigante, one of the coolest names I think I've come up with through the years, but you got to pick 8 games, eight picks. Kenny Wintermote, shout out to Kenny.
Did he win it?
His El Gigante this week cashed 8 for 8. 8 for 8 parlay.
Wow.
Congrats to Kenny. That was super cool to see.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good job, Kenny.
OG
long-time
Kenny.
player.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, thank you, Bill. A lot of exciting stuff out there. So check out those fun pools. Gentlemen, as always, thank you for another awesome and fun show. Of course, thank you to everyone listening in CMAN Nation. We appreciate you all. Be sure to check us out at cmansports.com or follow us on social media. We'd all love to keep it going today, but sadly, it is time to exit CMAN Sports. Have a great weekend, everyone. Enjoy the games. Peace out and take care.
Good luck, everybody.
Good luck, everybody.